Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Gashi's Skyman TV, the Choice Man Black Africa. A number of disturbing questions have emerged today. A number of issues have actually emerged today, and they require urgent solution. They require urgent answers, and they need to be addressed because they are of major concern to the citizen of the Republic of Kenya. Number one is about the passport. You remember that Kideki stormed Nyayo House just the other day, and he literally camped there and would visit Nyayo House quite often. The frequency of visiting there, making impromptu visit, was very, very high. But now the problem has resurfaced. Youth is complaining about getting passports. It is taking decades. It was just something that was meant for the camera. It was just a show of to make Jubilee look irrelevant and make Kenya Kwanza seems like it was working. It was meant to compete with the former CS Matiang'i, because when you look at it, Kenyans are crying, Kenyans are complaining that it is taking a century to get a passport. And when you look at it, the issue is to do with the corruption. The reason why this is happening, the reason for the delay is nothing other than the corruption. I don't know whether you are there. I don't know whether in this channel and you applied for the passport of late. I don't know for how long you have waited. Because Kenyans are missing golden opportunities abroad. Kenyans are missing golden opportunities in neighboring countries because they cannot get passport in good time. So this is something that the professor need to address. Kwa sababu kile ambacho walifanya wakati ule walikuwa ni drama tu, ni drama bure, drama za kuonyesha watu ya kwamba serikali ya vile Mlisema Ruto inafanya kazi. But if it was a matter of efficiency, I think they should call somebody like Fred Matiang'i, who should come and show them what it means to work and bring things that are going to work, not meant for the cameras. Again, the second issue that is emerging, and it is disturbing many Kenyans, is about KRA missing the target. It's about the shrinking economy. It's about the shrinking revenue from KRA. Despite Kenyans paying a lot of taxes, the taxman is said to be missing the target. The taxman is not actually delivering, because when you look at it, people are expected to pay the taxes, and for sure they are paying. And even after paying, KRA has been missing the target. And once they miss the target, there's nobody you can blame. All said and done, when you look at what is happening, it will look like nothing is adding up. When you look at it, you realize that KRA should not always miss the target when they're supposed to hit the target. KRA should actually surpass the target. What of the housing levy? What of the medical insurance scheme now that people are paying with their teeth and their noses and their eyes? What about zile pesa ambazo wanalipisha hata wafuga nguruwe? What about the tax on tax? Because this is a government that is actually taxing taxes. Have you ever heard of that? Taxing taxes. So when you look at it, one thing is very, very clear, that the economy is not heading in the right direction. Kuna jambo ambalo haliendi vizuri, kuna jambo ambalo si nzuri, kuna jambo ambalo linafaa kuangaliwa, na lisipoangaliwa jambo hili litakuja kuzua balaa, jambo hili litakuja kutatiza watu wengi, jambo hili litakuja kuwafanya watu wasahau ya kwamba tuna taifa, wasahau ya kwamba tuna nchi. So the issue of taxes, I think kulingana na vile Mlisema Ruto walikuwa anatuambia kwamba he want to correct 3 trillion. I think he has no reason not to correct the 3 trillion, considering that Kenyans are paying the taxes with their head and their mouth and their heart. The other issue of concern is businesses that are collapsing and closing. Businesses are closing shops. I don't know where you are, because from where I sit, I've seen so many people closing shops. I've seen people going back home. I've seen watu wakirejea nyumbani. Nimeona watu wakilalamika. Nimeona watu wakilia. Nimeona watu wakishindwa watafanya nini. Nimeona watu, some of them, being auctioned. Simply because they could not even service the loans. simply because they could not be able to achieve what they intended to achieve, simply because the environment of the business environment is not conducive of businesses, simply because of the high taxes. When you look at it, it is actually coming to the issue of taxes. When you look at it, it is coming to the issue of the government that is not caring for the common mwananchi. What of the people who are actually importing things like mituba? And you remember the way Raila Amolo Odinga talked about the issue of restructuring mituba business. And remember the way he was castigated. Remember even Akina Moses Kuria going to get Kobar wakinua guo za mituba. So the government is killing businesses, ladies and gentlemen. And if this trend continues of killing businesses, where are we heading to? So this is an issue of concern that should be addressed by our economists. This is an issue that is giving people headache, serious headache. The other issue is about civil servants who are complaining. Teachers are complaining. And they're asking one question. Why should they be taxed for housing tax? And then wauziwe nyumba. Why should this happen, ladies and gentlemen? Why should they be forced to pay something that they don't want? Bona wafanywe hivi. Bona their salaries are being deducted. And not even civil servants. Even those people who are working for the private sector, they are complaining. They are crying. They are saying that William Samoei Ruto has raided their pocket. They are not able to breathe. They are not able to do anything because when you come to it, you realize that hakuna mtu ambaye amesazwa na hii serikali ya William Samoei Ruto. Hakuna mtu ambaye ana furaha. Hakuna mtu ambaye anaweza kusema kwamba kwake ni kuzuri. Kwa hivyo kuna kiki kilio ambacho kimezidi kwa sababu kulingana na watu wengi wanaona kwamba now it's like they are working for taxes. Where do you find which country? I don't know, maybe from where you come from. I don't know you are watching this video from which country. But in Kenya, taxes are now higher than the take-home pay. This is madness, if you ask me. It is something that needs to be addressed. If it is not addressed, it is going to bring serious issues. There is also the issue of the dollar. The dollar is now at 164. This issue, if not addressed, means that many businesses will continue collapsing. It means that the country is going to collapse. Our economy is on its deathbed. Because how are people going to import things? Because you see, in Kenya, we import even matchsticks. We import everything. We cannot manufacture anything on our own. In fact, we grow coffee, sell it, and then import the same coffee, refined, packed, at a cost, of course. So, when the shilling is getting such a thorough beating, there is cause for alarm. People should be very much afraid. People should be worried. And William Samoei Ruto owes Kenyans an explanation. Again, there is also the issue of politicking all the time. The issue of Kenya Kwanza, instead of addressing the economy, they are addressing politics all the time. Instead, unlike Kibaki, unajua Kibaki alijifungia ndani ofisi. Akafanya kazi. Kibaki alifanya kazi. Akauda barabara. Akakarabati barabara. Miundo msingi yetu ikabadilika. Akakuza uchumi. Akasahau na siasa. But now, William Samoei Ruto is doing the contrary. Is doing the opposite. He is focusing too much on the politics of this nation at the expense of the economy. And if the trend continues, you are going to tell me, one day we shall pay big time. Because, as I told you, this country is ours. And all indication shows that we are losing the script. I don't know what you think, but if you ask me, we are losing it. We are better if Raila Amolo Odinga took over the lane of leadership in 2022. I don't know whether you are going to vote for Raila Amolo Odinga if we vie for the presidency. Because I strongly believe that he has the dose for this economy, for our politics, for our social problems. I don't know what you think. Please like this video and leave a comment